Thank you, Joanna. Good morning, everyone. Well, my name is Shaista, and I'm here today to share with you experience of female economic empowerment program that I've been implementing in Mozambique. First, please allow me to share this presentation, talking about myself a bit. This is me as a 7 years old. I had a normal childhood in a peri-urban area in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique. While I was preparing this presentation, it occurred to me that although I had a normal childhood with many similarities to other Mozambican girls, as adults, we have so many different lives. Mozambique is a country where 50% of people are living below the poverty line. 48% of girls are married before 18, and 14% are married before the age of 15. I recognize I am privileged. I'm not part of this statistic, unfortunately. We have not many girls in my position. But what has made my journey different than my sisters? I used to remember when I was really children that my father used to talk to me a lot about my future. Shaista, you have to go to the university. No less than that. I growing up knew that primary, neither secondary school was enough for me. This space of conversation within my family, with my father, a male figure that in many other families doesn't be the one that is supporting to other girls, to their daughters, enlightened me to define which pathway I want to follow in my life. Now, let me share with you information about MUVA, where I work now. MUVA is a social incubator program founded in 2016 with financial support of UK aid. Essentially, MUVA is a program that is allowed to test. We have to test different approach that works to overcome young women poverty in peri-urban area. Because for many, many years, many projects work only in rural areas. And Mozambique had a research about peri-urban poverty, and the results was really bad. So programs like MUVA have to work to develop an approach mainly in peri-urban neighborhoods. When we did the research with employers to understand why young women are in less percentile informal jobs comparative with male. And employers told us that although people can come with the strong technical skills, but they didn't have enough behavior characteristics, especially young women. They didn't trust in themselves. They had lack of confidence. With that result, MUVA creates an approach that's first, we have to continue to provide space and opportunity so young women can learn about technical skills. And many other organizations in this room work on technical skills. But based in our results, technical skills wasn't enough. It was also really important to include soft skills, the power within. These issues, in many families, we don't have this opportunity to develop that self-confidence, mainly for young women. Having those two powers helped us to understand that young women really need to have this space to discuss about social norms, to discuss about those invisible barriers that avoid them to reach their future. While we are also working with young women around soft skills in our training, we also work with their families, community, because it's so important to have the landscape that allowed this changing to happen. After the training, we also make the contact with the employers. We say to employers, you have to give a chance for that young women have a chance to be in your company and to test. You will evaluate her behavior. And the results are so amazing. Employers have been recruited more young women, and not only so young women, but also young men, because we also work with young men, but mainly with young women, and the results are so good. MUVA trained until now more than 1,000 young women. And this methodology has been implemented also in Brazil, Chad, and Guinea-Bissau. The most important thing in our experience is not that we have technical skills, power, opportunity, power, soft skills separately. The most important is to have these three interconnected power are the ones that make this change. Well, the time is now to make things different. Let's use our power to rethinking about our way to do female economic empowerment program. Let's be open to innovative solutions. Thank you so much.